Noel Pike, class of 1927. Pike was a standout at Monticello in football, basketball, and track. He led the football team in scoring. He was the leading scorer on a 20 and 6 basketball team. In track, he long jumped, threw the javelin, and pole vaulted, winning the conference in the pole vault and placing third in the state meet. He was a baseball center fielder at the University of Illinois, batting .379 his senior year. Later, he played many years in the Eastern Illinois Amateur League. Lyndon Pyatt, class of 1930. Pyatt was a starter all 4 years in football at Monticello. He was all-conference and captain as a senior and a star of Monticello's only unbeaten team in 1927. He earned 3 letters in basketball and 3 as a weight man on the track team, winning the conference and district discus titles. He was a 3-year letterman on Coach Bob Zupke's Illini football teams. He played both ways and was all Big Ten honorable mention. Harry Combs, class of 1933. Combs was a standout on 3 Sages basketball teams that had an overall record of 72-9. He played on a conference champion at the University of Illinois and was named All Big Ten Conference. He coached at Champaign High School, where his teams won a state title and reached the title game 3 consecutive years. During his 20-season U of I coaching career, the Illini were 316 and 150. 3 of his teams reached the NCAA Final Four. Bob Miller, class of 1933. Miller and Harry Combs led 3 outstanding basketball teams to 20-5, 25-2, and 27-2 records. He earned 3 letters in football and was all-conference in both sports. Miller has always been a strong booster of Sages athletics. He has seen nearly 2,000 games and has fed nearly 1,000 steak dinners to Monticello and Okaw Valley players. He served many years as president of the Monticello School Board. Rich Gadberry, class of 1950. Gadberry was one of the Sages' finest all-around athletes, winning 13 varsity letters. In his senior year in football, he had over 200 tackles, with 47 in one game. In basketball, he scored over 700 career points and was selected All-State Honorable Mention twice. In baseball, he had a 4-year .310 batting average. He held the school records in track in the 120-yard high hurdles, the 180-yard hurdles, and the shot. Larry LeCrone, class of 1954. LeCrone's track performances are unmatched. He won 8 events in an 8-team track meet and 6 events in a 7-team meet. He was 4th in the state 100-yard dash and 2nd in the 220 in the days of the one-class system. In grade school, LeCrone scored enough points to single-handedly win the state elementary school track meet. LeCrone played football for 4 years and was a starter on the 1953-54 Okaw baseball champions. Dyke Sterrett, class of 1966. Sterrett held school records in the half-mile, mile, and the mile relay. His mile record, converted to 1,600 meters, is still unbroken. He went to the state in cross country. At Eastern Illinois University, he was a small college All-American. After college, he won many marathons and road races. He coached cross country and track at Champaign Central High School. J.C. Ulrich, class of 1973. Ulrich won 14 letters in Monticello High School sports. He was a running back in football and once scored 5 touchdowns in one game. In basketball, he was a 3-year starter on successful teams. Ulrich held the school record in the 440-yard dash. He was also a star on the baseball team. He was a 4-year varsity end for Illinois Wesleyan University's football team. Jeff Bailey, class of 1974. Bailey was a complete athlete. He has the school record for his 26.7 points per game in his senior basketball season. He was a fantastic rebounder, once with 37 in a single game, and was picked Little All-State his senior year. In addition, Bailey was a football quarterback, an excellent high hurdler in track, and a baseball outfielder. He played basketball at Boston College for 2 years on an athletic scholarship. Kim Burke, class of 1976. Burke was a groundbreaker for the early girls sports program at Monticello. She was ahead of her contemporaries in basketball, averaging 26 points per game. She scored 40 points in a game, making 12 of 15 shots. Burke set a single-game scoring record at Parkland and was third-team All-American. She also set a single-game scoring record at Northern Illinois, where she played for 2 years on a scholarship. Kelly C., class of 1981. C. excelled in Monticello volleyball, basketball, and softball. She was the second all-time basketball scorer and has a single-game record with 43 points. Kelly played on the 1979-80 team that had a 23-5 record and advanced to the Super Sectional. She earned varsity volleyball letters at the University of Illinois. Charlie Vinson, class of 1982. Vinson was a 3-year starter in football, basketball, and track. The 1980 and 81 football Sages were 9-2 and 9-1. Vinson was the ball carrier, kicker, and leading tackler. He is the career leader in football scoring and yards rushing. He was also a double-figure scorer in basketball and holds the school record in the discus, placing 5th in the state track meet. He played 4 years of football for Eastern Illinois University. Angie Heights, class of 1983. Heights was a superstar in volleyball, basketball, and track. She was MVP in volleyball and basketball her senior year. Heights was one of Monticello's all-time finest in track and field. She won the state in the shot in 1982 and in both the shot and discus in 1983. Her school records will be the most difficult to break. Heath Weddle, class of 1990. Weddle was a state and national champion high jumper. He placed 4th in the state meet as a sophomore and won the title as a junior and senior. He also placed 6th in the high hurdles his senior year. He won the NCAA Division III high jump while at Illinois Wesleyan. Weddle excelled in football. He is the 3rd career leading rusher with a 7.8 yards per carry average. He started on 2 of Monticello's best basketball teams. The 1989-90 team had a 24-4 record.